Manila's traffic is terrible to say the least. But if you have the budget, as well as the driver, here's one car that you certainly must, and I really do mean must consider. Say hello to the Honda Odyssey. Now, making an MPV look good is a very tough job, but Honda certainly nailed it with this car. Having received the refresh for the 2018 model year, Honda gave this elegant MPV a little more sparkle through the use of a dark chrome grille, multi-spoke 17-inch alloy wheels, and LED fog lights, which all do wonders with the Odyssey's looks. But of course, being a Honda Odyssey, what you're probably more interested in is how comfy the interior is. And in that regard, the Odyssey really does not disappoint. The best seats in the house are the second row captain's chairs, which is equal to traveling business class at Philippine Airlines. Unlike the airplane seats though, the Honda Odysseys can be adjusted multiple ways through a set of levers. Just remember that during taxi, takeoff, and landing, do put your seats to their upright position, with your window shades raised and seatbelt securely fastened. Reading lights can be found above you. In the event of boredom, an LCD screen will drop from the ceiling. When this happens, entertain yourself first before helping others. Path markings will guide you to the nearest exit, which may be beside, behind, or above you. Airplane innuendos aside, the third row seats can truly accommodate 3 adults, though the experience is now largely economy class. This is also where the HDMI port for the entertainment system is located. The pilot and co-pilot upfront isn't short in luxury and toys though. Honda's display audio infotainment system not only provides navigation and other features, but also serves as a control center for everything inside the vehicle. A number of driver assist features help the pilot in maneuvering this vehicle, including blind spot warning with rear cross traffic alert, 360-degree around view camera, as well as an automated parking assist system, which is finicky at best. If you do decide to use the Odyssey for hauling goods, do note that the seats have the ability to magically stow under the floor. Well, Honda calls it magic seats, so there's that. Under the hood of the Honda Odyssey is a 2.4-liter iVTEC petrol engine that produces 175 horsepower and 226 Nm of torque. Power is sent through the front wheels via a CVT. Additionally, the engine is fitted with an engine start-stop system. I think now's the best time to take the Odyssey for a spin. Now in terms of the driving experience, the Odyssey is quite adequate for its intent and purposes. Yes, it's no Civic Type R, let alone a Honda NSX, but it handles pretty decently for an MPV. The steering is not the fastest nor the most dynamic in terms of how it feels and how it reacts to your steering inputs, but it's a steering wheel that leans towards stability and for a relaxed driving experience. At least on the upside, the steering wheel is accurate and precise enough that you know what the front wheels are doing. And this combined with the suspension that deals pretty well with the car's body dynamics, the Honda Odyssey has a bit of a sporty or fun side to how it drives, though again, if you're buying an MPV, you're not exactly looking for a sporty driving experience. Now, the suspension deals pretty well most of the time with bumps and all that stuff. Refinement is also quite good. The engine's barely audible in most situations, though depending on the surface, road noise can be quite present in this car, though for the most part, it's nothing too terrible. And with this car's 2.4-liter iVTEC inline-4 petrol engine made it to an Earth Dream CVT, the overall acceleration and the way it overtakes or accelerates from a stoplight is that it's catered more to a relaxed driving nature. It's not underpowered, but it's not quick either. And a jab of the throttle won't send you back to your seats, but rather, power is delivered in a linear and relaxed manner. And even if you put your foot down, the engine still remains quiet inside and the power delivery very smooth. However, I do think that a diesel engine would help in this car, or having the 1.5-liter IVTEC turbo engine from the Honda Civic would probably do wonders to how the Honda Odyssey is able to accelerate. Currently, the Honda Odyssey is doing 7.5 kilometers per liter, which is okay for the kind of car it is, but then again, a diesel would really help in terms of how this car consumes fuel. But for the most part, this 2.4-liter IVTEC engine does the job pretty well. But really, with this Honda Odyssey, if you ever have a driver, it's really the second rows where it's all at. As you've seen a while ago, you've probably appreciated by now how comfy and relaxing the second rows are. And again, those third rows, like what I also said a while ago, really do provide space for 3 adults back there. Though it's not the most comfortable seats in the house, but consider the third rows as economy class and the second rows as business class. So as a whole, the Honda Odyssey is able to do its intended job quite well and in a package that looks really good and really stands out in the corporate parking lot. Though there's quite a lot of them if you go to Makati, BGC, and all those financial districts or high-end villages. And it's pretty easy to see why the Honda Odyssey has been quite popular in these areas. It's able to shuttle your family or that executive in relative comfort. And when you don't need those seats, you're able to use this as a van that can haul your stuff when you do need to utilize all that space to carry all your utilities. So it's an MPV that not only is able to provide luxury and comfort to its occupants, but also provide the flexibility and the utility you need when the situation calls for it. Now, if you want to read my full review on this car, just visit goflatout.page.com.